Hi, my name's Ronnie Ann, and in this video, I'm going to be reviewing 3 of Wonderskin's eyebrow products. I'm going to help you understand the difference between these products, how to use them, and who they might work for. So for those of you that don't know, Wonderskin is a brand that focuses on long-wearing cosmetics. I'd previously tried their Wonderblading lip mask, and when I saw that they make eyebrow products, I was intrigued because I'm brow obsessed. I really think that a beautifully executed eyebrow can really enhance any makeup look. I was also kind of intrigued because it seemed like the type of products that they were selling for eyebrows were kind of innovative. I usually tend to stick to pencils, shadows, and brow gels when it comes to eyebrows, so I really wanted to give these a try. So the 2 products that I'm referencing are the Wonderblading Dream Brow Gel Serum, as well as the Wonderblading Brow Stain and Go Mask. So both of these products are liquids that are meant to be long wearing, and I decided to figure out what the difference was and which product might work well for what type of client. I bought both of these in the shade of Brunette, and I'm going to start off by reviewing the Gel Serum. So this product comes with a brush and spoolie as well as the product itself. The product itself looks like this. They say that you can get the excess off on here and apply this directly to your eyebrow, but what I'm actually going to do is use the back of my hand as a palette and get a tiny bit of this product. I'm grabbing product by laying the bristles flat, flipping the brush on either side, and when I go in on my skin, I don't want to have a ton of product coming off. So I'm going to go in where my brows are a little bit more sparse and just start filling this in almost like I'm using an eyeshadow. This is a buildable product, so if you don't get as much as you want the first time, you can always go back in and add more. And one of the features of this product is that it actually volumizes your eyebrows. So it has a fiber powder technology that makes the actual brow hairs a little bit thicker. Fibers are often used in eyebrow gels. Some eyebrow gels will say that they thicken or volumize your eyebrows, and it generally means that they have little tiny fibers in them, like this product does, that adhere to the hair and make them feel a little bit thicker. And I'm going to change my angle here. I'm focusing more on the outer 2/3 of my eyebrow because that's where I like it to be a little bit darker and where my eyebrows are more sparse. So with this particular product, you can really go in and create the shape that you want. I think this is really good if you have a really sparse eyebrow. It's advertised for either really sparse, thinning, or gray eyebrows. So this is definitely a lighter shade of brown. It is almost like a blonde brown in my opinion. It doesn't really have the richness or depth that the other product that I'm going to use has. It's kind of meant to have a translucent quality to it, but also be buildable so that you can control the pigment. And I do think that with lighter, more sparse, and especially fine eyebrows, that having a product that's a little bit lighter tends to translate more naturally and doesn't look like a dense, heavily filled in brow. I don't know if they did that on purpose, if they made these shades a little bit lighter and more transparent for that reason, but I do think it's probably a benefit for people who have sparse or thinning eyebrows. So the other thing about this particular product is that they say that it will cover gray hair. Gray hair tends to be more resistant. It's more coarse than regular hair and it doesn't have any pigment in it, so it's easy for it to turn a funny color. And so I could see how this product would cover because it does have a slightly thicker consistency. I think that those fibers in it probably helps to coat the hairs and give full coverage. I definitely would not apply this from this applicator. Even if I wiped all of this off, I think it would end up looking muddy and just would not allow me to create a really nuanced, natural looking eyebrow, and I think that it would feel really thick and gross. So I would alternate between applying it with the angled brush and then combing it through with the spoolie. So I'm going to set this with their clear brow gel. Love brow gels, and so when I saw that they made one, I had to give it a try. The wand on this is kind of unique, and it's not actually the type of wand that I typically go for. You can see that it has shorter bristles on one side and longer bristles on the other side. I honestly didn't think I was going to like this because I'm a brow gel snob, and I'm usually very particular with the wands. I like a really small, dense wand with short bristles that gives me more control over how much product is applied and really combs each individual hair so that I can get it to look exactly how I want it. But surprisingly, I like this. I always use the smaller side of the spoolie and just kind of comb my hairs up. This has pretty good hold and a nice shiny finish. You can see the difference between no product in my right eyebrow and having the gel serum in this eyebrow. So now we're going to go in with the Wonderblading Stain and Go mask, and I'm going to look absolutely insane when I apply this because it's a mask that you put on and you let dry and then you wipe off. Don't freak out when you see this. It's not going to look nearly as intense once I actually remove the product. So this is what this particular product looks like. It's pretty similar to the other one. It just doesn't have the W for Wonderblading and also is a different shade of gray. I just want to show you the difference between these two products. These are both the shade of Brunette, but you can see that the colors differ quite a bit. The one with the W is the Gel Serum, and it's a lighter shade of brown, whereas the Stain and Go is a richer, deeper brown. You can also see that the applicators are slightly different shapes. This has a better applicator for applying this directly to the skin. You can see it's an angled shape. So I'm going to have the pointed end towards the inside of my eyebrow so that the taper of the brush is working with me, not against me, so that the bristles can kind of go in the direction that they naturally want to go in. And I'm going to do long strokes and basically fill in my whole entire eyebrow. I'll probably leave the inner corner a little bit lighter again, but this is going to dry for about 60 seconds and then we're going to remove it. The longer I let it sit, the more pigment I'm going to get. I'm going to grab a little bit more of this just to fully coat it. And where you apply this, it is going to stain, so you do kind of want to be strategic. And I will just do a little bit in the inner corner. So I'm aware that this looks absolutely insane. Can you imagine if I walked around like this all day? So this is what this product looks like up close. You can see that it looks very wet and very thick. And it's been about a minute, so I'm going to go ahead and use water on a paper towel to remove this. So because you're wiping this off, it is best to not have a face of makeup under this or to have eye makeup in this general area, because obviously you're going to be removing it and then have to go back in and apply makeup again, which is annoying and wasteful of product and money. So you can see how that just dyed the brow hair. I actually think this is really pretty and I love the color of this stain. It's a really rich brown. I like both of them. This one's a little bit softer, but I feel like this gives a little bit more definition. So just out of curiosity, I'm going to go through and do a second layer just on the outer corner. We'll see if I can get a little bit more color payoff out here where I have less hair. Hopefully I don't regret this. Okay, so it's been about 30 seconds and I'm going to go take this off. So that maybe stained the skin a little bit more. You can see how it stains the skin, but also stains the hair. So I'll show you what this looks like from the front and from the side. I'm going to go through with the clear brow gel over the top of this as well, because I don't think any eyebrow is complete without clear brow gel. Again, using the side of the brush that has smaller bristles. Maybe I'll rotate it to get some of that product, but then I'm going to go back through. And because I don't have a lot of hair out here, I'm not going to spike these. I'm going to comb this up a little bit. So you can see that the color is different. This eyebrow is a little bit of a darker, richer brown. It matches my hair color more. This one is a little bit lighter. It's almost like a blondish taupe brown instead of like a rich brown. I like both of them, honestly. This one I feel like I can get more definition with. I still feel like the outside of this eyebrow is kind of sparse, but I don't mind because I would prefer not to have a lot of product sitting on my skin. So I'm just going to do a quick recap on these products and also share who I think that they might work well for. The first product that I used was the Gel Serum. So this is a product that if you have sparse or thinning eyebrows and you're really wanting a product that's going to condition the hair and with long-term use might help them grow in fuller and be a bit healthier, you might like this. Additionally, because it's a little bit more of a strategic application with that angled brush and spoolie that it comes with, you can more strategically go in and fill in sparse areas and create a more defined shape if that's something that you need. It's also buildable, so you can build up the pigment and opacity, and I do like that it is a little bit more transparent because it looks more natural. Also, this is supposed to work really well for people who have gray eyebrows. So again, gray hair is a little bit more resistant to being colored. Even if you're dyeing your hair, you might be familiar in the hair salon that they have to use specific dyes and pigments to actually get the gray hair to change colors. The same would be true for eyebrow products, and I can just tell from the texture of this that it's actually coating the individual hairs as well as dyeing the skin a little bit, so it would give you more coverage. This is a 24-hour wear product, so it's long long wearing and transfer proof. And it's also got those volume powders that creates a more voluminous eyebrow. I'm not sure if that translates on camera at all, but fibers are a common thing in brow thickening products, and in my experience, they do have an impact. So if you do have a really fine haired eyebrow or it's really thin or sparse, you might like this brow product more. So the Stain and Go is 48-hour wear. So it's a slightly longer wear time than the gel serum. The color of this, because again, these are both the shade of Brunette, the color of the Stain and Go is a richer brown. It's slightly darker. If you're somebody who already has a really full eyebrow and you just want a little bit more definition or depth, then this might be a really good product for you. It's also a really natural feel. It's just dyeing the hair. It's not really coating the hair with anything. So when you touch your eyebrow after wiping this off, it literally doesn't feel like there's anything on your skin. They compare this to a microblading product. So its claim to fame is just that it's really long wearing. It's really low maintenance. You know, you can go for 2 days, and as long as you don't use a waterproof makeup remover, you just throw some clear brow gel on and you're good to go. So those are the key differences between the two of these and the types of clients that might be interested in these products. And just to touch base one last time on the clear brow gel, I think this is a great option. It felt a little weird when I first started using this because it has such a long handle. Most brow gels that I use are from like here to here, and so it felt a little weird to be so far away from my eyebrow, but I think that it actually functions really well, and I'm a fan of the product. I think the actual gel itself is good quality. It has nice hold, nice shine. I haven't experienced any flaking, and I think that the brush does a good job of combing through the individual hairs and giving the definition that I'm looking for. So that's it. Hopefully that helped you understand the difference between these two products and decide if either of these could work for you. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments, or if you've tried this product, I'd love to hear how it's working for you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.